So first, where we see that PCCE, or the ciliated pseudostratified colon epithelium, that's the lumen of the trachea, right? So the bottom right corner is the inside of the trachea. And so lining that trachea, we know we have those cells with cilia, but we also have cells that are making mucus. So those are the goblet cells. And in some slides, I'm sure there's someone at this table that had a really good example of goblet cells. They're like bubbles that are in there. Okay? So for now, you can just draw that layer and then draw a bubble somewhere in the layer, a few bubbles as we move along, that would represent your goblet cells. And those are the cells that contain that mucin. Okay.
So there's a lamina propria underneath.
Actually, the veins and everything are in the lamina propria. So yeah, that whole space.
But it starts from like right here.
Exactly. At the base of the PCCE, you would start there, and it would go all the way across. Yeah. So the lamina propria contains the veins. Okay, so that's that specific layer we're talking about. Yeah, mucous membrane would include the PCCE and the basement membrane that it's sitting on, which we don't point to. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see like the actual basement membrane, but
yeah, you can.
so.
That's pseudostratified ciliated colon. It's just a little different. But so if Gene would point from the corner of the TV up to the PCCE, so put the pointer in the corner and then point it at the PCCE, like that. There you go. We could say, what is the tissue type? Pseudostratified ciliated colon epithelium. Same pointer, you could say, what is the membrane type? Mucous membrane, right? And then in there, I could ask you, hopefully we'd be able to see something like goblet cell. I'd say, what cell do we see at the tip of the pointer? Goblet cell. Yeah. And eventually you'll ask what that function is. Okay, so go ahead.
Veins and sorry.
What's that?
Veins.
Yeah, those big circular structures, those are all the veins. It's in the lamina propria. Yeah, so you'll notice there's giant veins lining the trachea. Why is that? What's that? No.
Getting CO2.
Huh? No gas exchange there. That's good guess. We're exchanging something. Oh, that's not gas. It's a good way to warm and humidify the air coming in, right? So blood's pretty warm, right? As that's running right along this giant airway, it's going to help as you inhale to warm and humidify that air. And so, just an interesting little tidbit.
Cartilage.
Yeah, what kind of cartilage is that? Hyaline cartilage. Yeah, that big band of dark purple is all hyaline cartilage. Because this is one big, remember when you look, and you can feel in your own neck, the cartilage rings, right? In the trachea, we have big solid C rings. When you get down to the bronchus, it's not a ring anymore, it's just chunks of cartilage. And so now, go ahead and show us, this is the end of one side of the C ring. Go ahead and slide down so we can see the other side of the C ring. So we can see it's there, but that in between is a bunch of smooth muscle. There we go. So So keep scanning down until we start to see cartilage. Keep going, keep going. There's good trachealis, but keep going. Still no cartilage, right? Keep going, keep going, keep going. Eventually there's the tip of the new cartilage. Keep going down. See the island cartilage there? So did everyone see? This is one side of the C ring. So it goes around the back of the trachea, and then what we see is a bunch of smooth muscle that starts at the end of the tracheal cartilage and goes all the way across the other side. So go ahead and, Jeannie, just point up there to where the cartilage is, and then go back, to the left, I should say. Right in there. And then up. All of that is smooth muscle. That's the trachealis muscle. If your tracheal cartilage is a C, the trachealis muscle is what bridges that gap. So why do we have not a complete ring of cartilage, but an incomplete with this muscle on the back?
To expand.
What structure is sitting right behind this?
Esophagus.
Esophagus. And the esophagus is collapsed, except for when I swallow food, then it kind of pushes in a little bit. So we need a little flexibility on the back of the trachea for the esophagus to function. And so that's why that trachealis is there. Okay, so everyone get how you're going to draw that in? So now you have trachea, PCC, goblet, lamina propria, mucous membrane, veins of the lamina propria, tracheal cartilage. So the only thing we need to see is the esophagus. And if you go down in magnification, just the scanning power, then we'll be able to see the difference between the trachea and the esophagus really clearly. There's the esophagus, all nice and collapsed. What kind of tissue lines that esophagus? What's the tissue type? Non-keratinized, stratified, squamous, epithelial tissue, encystic. It doesn't ask you. I'm just asking you because you guys know, right?
Sure.
So, does everybody have what they need to draw? Yes? No? No? Okay, let's leave it up there. So the esophagus behind the trachea, right?